Hello guys, welcome back to Life with Paulie. It's currently June 15th and it's about 1:40 p.m. It is Saturday, the day before Father's Day, and I'm going to be uploading this video on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and happy Father's Day to all the mothers that are fathers and mothers. Anyways, today's going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm sitting outside with Annabelle, as you can see there. Annabelle, hey, hi. She is sitting down looking at another doggy right now because somebody else was walking their dog. But it's very nice out today. It's about 77 degrees. It has got a little bit of a cool breeze. The sun is out. I just love the weather today. I'm enjoying it today because in a few days it's supposed to be a heat wave, and it's supposed to actually be 98 degrees here in Coxsackie, New York. That's where I live. I live about 10 minutes from Catskill, New York. But today's video is going to be a little bit of a different video. I wanted to make mention of something that I shared on my community post. Now, if you're the type of person that don't like to hear about death or hear, if you are disturbed by disturbing videos, then I would suggest not watching the video. But this video is very important, especially people out there that live car life or van life and don't have many contacts or are worried about certain things like I am. One of my greatest fears when I started living in my car, I moved out of my apartment after my mom died of cancer. My whole family is pretty much gone of cancer. They passed away. My dad passed away years ago at the age of 56. Of cancer. I lost one of my favorite aunts. She was 41 and she died of cancer in the year 2000. And then I lost my mother. So most of my family is gone. I live 2.5 hours away from my daughter that lives here in Coxsackie, New York, and I wanted to be closer to her so I could see her more, spend more time with her and things like that. And, I didn't want to live in the apartment that my mom died in anymore. So I moved down here and I decided to start the car life. And I lived in my car, my 2007 Saturn Ion, for over a year. It's right behind me, as you can see. But I just recently bought a tent, and I do have a video of that. And I set the tent up in the shed there. Now, if you want to know why I don't live with my daughter, go back and watch my videos. But basically, it's because I'm an adult. I'm my own person. My daughter's grown. She's married. She's got a husband. She works hard for her money. She works from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then on weekends, mainly, they're gone. But right now, they're gone to New Orleans for 5-6 days. And at first, when I seen this video that popped up in my feed yesterday, I was wondering how a daughter could not contact her mother or check in on her mother, for over a month, but I could see how it can happen, especially when your kids are grown. They got their own lives. They go on vacation. They go here. They go there. They got to work. They got to make money. They got to support themselves. So I can understand that. I can understand how that could be hard sometimes to keep in contact with someone or check up on someone all the time. So my greatest fear was always to be unalived in my car, or unalived in a van, or unalived in a shed there, and nobody find me. I haven't bothered my daughter. I haven't texted her since she's been on vacation. I did text her like the day after she left. But that was it. I haven't really been in contact with her because I don't want to bother her. She's on vacation from work. She's on vacation with her husband and a friend. I'm that type of person that wants to do things on my own and don't want to bother her. So one of my greatest fears would be not being found. And the video that popped up in my feed was a daughter talking about her mother, how her mother wanted to do van life. Her mother didn't want help. Her mother wanted to do it on her own. And her mother ended up unalived in her van. And wherever the van was, they didn't find it for over a month. So what happened to the mother, they don't know yet. she said they still are going to do the autopsy to find out if somebody did something to her. She just died of natural causes, passed away from natural causes. But like I said, she was in a van for over a month. And it was pretty much closed up. There might have been windows open a crack. I really don't know. But when the daughter and the other people found the van, they found it full of flies and full of maggots. And of course, her body was decomposing because she was in the van for over a month unalived. And this was very disturbing. If you don't like disturbing videos or videos like that, then I would suggest that you not watch it. But if you want to watch it, you can go to my community post, and I posted it on my community post. I shared it, so you can go watch it. So yesterday I did research, and I said, well, I wonder if there's anything that can relieve my stress, relieve my depression, and relieve my fear of something happening to me, because I do have a bad heart. I had a heart attack in 2021 and 2 stents put in my heart, but it is still very bad. And basically, I can have a heart attack anytime. I had a heart attack in 2021 in my sleep and didn't even know it. My grandfather, he had heart disease, and he actually passed away in his sleep. He had a heart attack, and then after he had the heart attack, not too long after that, a couple months after that, he ended up dying in his sleep of another heart attack. So it can happen. And I didn't want to be in that predicament where I would be left. Even though when we're gone, I don't know where we go. I don't know if we could see ourselves, our soul could see ourselves, or our bodies, or where we go. Or I know I probably wouldn't know it if I was somewhere unalived and my body was decomposing. I wouldn't know it probably or feel it, but it's just the thought of it. So I did some research, and this is an application that anybody can use. It's a free app. There is a paid version, and I'll tell you about that. This is not sponsored in any way. I'm just going to tell you the name of the app, and you can go on Google Play Store and look for it for yourself. It's available for iPhone. It's available for Android and iOS, and I will be putting it on my phone. So it's a free application basically for seniors, but I believe anybody could use it, especially people that got health conditions like me. They've had people with the app that have had liver failure, kidney failure, and things like that. So it could really be for anybody, and it could be a lifesaver for somebody also. And it's a free application. The application is called Snug Safety, and it's SNUG Safety, and it's on the Google App Store. And this is an app that I will be installing. And what you do with the app is you go in there and you set up your account and you put your emergency contacts in there. In my case, it would be my daughter. So I will put her number into the app. It's a free application. And then you set up a time. You set up a time for the application to notify you to check in. It's like a check-in app. So let's say you set up a time for 11 a.m. To check in. The application will send you a notification at 11 a.m. to check in. You then have to tap the app and open the application and tap the check mark to check in. And that's how you check in. And that is free to do. Now, when you got the free version, they text your emergency contacts. Like if I put my daughter's phone number in there, it will text my daughter to either call me or check in on me that I missed my check-in, and it will let her know that something is wrong. And that's a big thing for me. This is going to take a lot of stress off of me, a lot of depression off of me, and I won't have to think about that part just in case anything happens. And I think anybody out there should use it, whether you have a health condition or you're a senior. I think it's a great application to have. They do have a paid version, and the paid version is $99 a year, which I don't think is bad, even with the paid version. Now, the difference with the paid version is if you pay for it, $99 a year, they actually have a customer service rep call you, call your emergency contacts if you do not check in. So if I don't check in at 11 o'clock, then they will actually call my daughter on the phone, and they will let her know that I never did the check-in and that she needs to check on me, or whatever emergency contacts you put in there. I'm not sure of how many emergency contacts you can put in there, but I think it's more than one, and basically all of them are notified once you do not check in. So what happens is if you set it up for 11 a.m. and you don't check in at 11 a.m., it'll send you another reminder a couple minutes later that you're past your check-in time to check in now. And if you do not check in at that time, that is when they contact your emergency contacts and let them know that you never checked into the app, that there could be possibly something wrong. Now, I watched an older video and they said they only had where you could set up one check-in time, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 5 p.m., or whatever the case may be. But the guy said that he was working on another part of the app where you could check in twice a day, maybe at 11 a.m. and then maybe again at 8 p.m., where you could check in more than once a day. I don't know if they did that yet. Once I download the app and I start using it, I will let you know if they did. But I think it's a great idea, and I think it's a great service to have. If you have a loved one or whatever the case may be, I would suggest getting the app. It's a totally free app to download, and it's totally free to use. Like I said, they will text your emergency contacts. But if you pay the $99 a year, which I'm not going to do that right away, I want to test the app and see how it works first. And then maybe pay the $99 a year. If you pay the $99 a year, they will actually, like I said, they will actually call your emergency contact and tell them you did not check in on you. And they will also call emergency services, like whether it be the police to check in on you, or fire, or rescue. So I think it's a great service, and I'm going to try it out, and I think it will ease my mind a lot. And I won't be so depressed or worried about being unalived and not found. Now, like I said, you can go watch that video on my community page, but if you are disturbed by that kind of stuff, then I would suggest that you not watch it. Yeah, so I think it's a great app. Again, the app is called Snug Safety. This is not sponsored in any way. I'm not going to put a link to it. Just go to Google App Store, Play Store, and you can find it there. It's called Snug Safety. And I watched a video from 2023, a guy explaining exactly what the application does. And I didn't know there was an application out there like that. So that's great, because like my daughter is on vacation now for 6 days. And if something was to happen to me and I had the app in my phone and I was not to check in, then my daughter could call someone to come check on me. You know, I'm not worried really about if something happens overnight and then I'm like that in the morning and nobody finds me for like 1 or 2 hours. That's not a big deal. But I don't want to be laying somewhere for a week or a month like this woman was. And basically, she decomposed in her van all alone. Yeah. So I wanted to put that out there for everybody. And, you know, I had to do the research because I didn't know if there was anything out there like this. I didn't even know there was anything out there like this. And I'm very glad there is, because now it takes a lot of ease off my mind. I could put it in my phone and I could put my daughter's emergency number in there and be done with it. And I will let you know how the application is working after I install it and use it. We will, you know, I'll go from there and I'll see how it's working and make Excuse me, guys. I will make another video about that. But again, it is, when I upload this video, it's going to be Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all the mothers that are mothers and fathers. And I will see you in my next video. See you later. Oh, remember, guys, if you're not subscribed, please hit the, please hit the subscribe button down below and the all notification bell to the right hand side. And you could share this video. Remember, if you have a loved one, a senior citizen, somebody with health issues, this would be a great application for them to put on their phone. So you make sure that they're safe, or if something does happen, that you will know sooner rather than later. Y'all have a nice day.